AB Academy, what's going on, man? It's your boy Avery B. As you can see from today's title, we are going to be talking about how to realign with your identity. The reason I'm making this video is because I got a comment 3 weeks ago, as you can see from on the screen, from my boy J-Rod, basically saying, could you share some insight on shaking back to your identity, realignment / confidence, once the failures inevitably happen? Let me throw my phone over there. We do not need this phone distracting us during this video because we about to get deep, man. The reason I really wanted to make this video is because I was reading my book like I normally do, and this passage popped up. It said, you cannot play with the animal in you without becoming wholly animal. Play with falsehood without forfeiting your right to truth. Play with cruelty without losing your sensitivity of mind. He who wants to keep his garden tidy does not reserve a plot for weeds. And basically this really resonated with me, not only because this is a good book, that was a good topic, that was a good question in realigning with your identity, but for me, that passage just basically meant like, whatever you do in your life, if you dabble with your bad side or the bad habits or the things that you don't want to become, it will ultimately become you. You cannot reserve a spot for, like it said, for weeds, bad things, if you want your garden to be clean and tidy. You know what I mean? So we about to talk about how to realign with your identity. I'm gonna give you guys a story on me realigning with my identity, and I'm gonna tell you some ways I feel like if you do these things, you will realign with your identity. Who is this video for? This video is for somebody like my boy who literally made this comment. He probably slipped into a couple bad habits and he don't know what he want to do no more. He don't feel like he's aligning with himself. You will know deep down in your conscience if your life not going right. That's why we want to come back to these type of videos and listen to them and get motivated and inspired, because we don't feel like we living up to that version of ourselves that we see. If you feel aligned with your identity and you might just want to listen to this video just because, hey, welcome. You know what I mean? My name is Avery. I make videos like this on a day-to-day basis. We drop every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I missed last Friday, meaning I'm 2 videos missed on my schedule, meaning somebody about to win some money. All you gotta do is follow me on Instagram at avery.b. Let me tell y'all something, man. I didn't send the money last time because it was $1. I'm like, I'm gonna just wait till I miss another upload and then we gonna make it 20. So look, somebody follow me on Instagram right now, avery.b. Message me $20. I'm gonna send the $20 to the first person who do it. You never know, you might be the first person. So I'm gonna send $20 to the first person because y'all tuned in with the upload schedule. Y'all seeing this stuff live. And make sure you come back every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday because we drop a brand new video on AB Academy, right? So let's get into it. The year was 2019, maybe 2018, maybe. I was in my 2nd year of college, and I was out of town, out of state for college. I was in Virginia, and it just didn't feel right. It didn't feel like it aligned with me. I didn't even want to go to college for the thing that I was in school for. I was wrestling, and the only reason I was wrestling is because I had a scholarship at that college. So literally I was just doing things and drifting through life. I wasn't doing anything that I felt lined up with me. And the only time that I would feel fulfilled, only time I would feel satisfied is when I came back to my dorm, put my camera up, and started talking in front of my camera. That's the only time I felt satisfied, felt fulfilled, and I felt like I was living true to my identity. So therefore, once I stopped doing everything else that didn't align with my identity and started to kind of embrace that identity more, and you guys know this, I got videos on it when I was writing in a journal at that time saying that I wanted to be a YouTuber. Had like 200 subscribers, by the way, but I'm talking and saying I wanted to be a YouTuber and stuff like that. And I just jumped off the porch and took that leap and went forward with my identity and kind of jumped straight into it. And after that, everything else was history. And I'm gonna give you some steps on not only from that time, but what I constantly and continually do, because your identity is always supposed to upgrade. You know what I mean? Like even now, my identity now from back then is totally different. And this is how I resonate with my true identity. And you will feel it if you live in out of congruence. And I believe with your identity, you ain't gonna be happy. You gonna feel some type of way. You gonna feel like you could be doing more. You gonna feel like, this can't be it, bro. You might be working somewhere where you don't like. You might be dating somebody you don't like. You might be doing things that you just don't like. And that's a clear sign that your body, your soul, your spirit is trying to tell you, bro, you meant for more. Like, you can do way more. And today we about to go over a couple ways I feel like you can reinvent yourself. First off, man, you want to go to a quiet place and reflect. A quiet place reflecting is so essential, so crucial, because a lot of times as humans, as people living in this generation, how many times are you just truthfully quiet? How many genuine times are you just by yourself, no phone, no distractions, just you, yourself, and your thoughts? Nobody in your ear, nobody persuading you, no propaganda on that TV, just you, yourself, and your thoughts. Comment down below how many times you get alone, just you and your thoughts. And based off that question, you ain't got to comment, but based on that question, your answer is going to tell you everything you need to know. A lot of times we don't even get to ourselves, get by ourselves enough to actually know what we want. We don't know what we want because we are fed all of this other stuff, all of this. We comparing ourselves to people on the internet. We don't know what we want because we know what the next person putting on the social media. Bro, get off your phone, reconnect with yourself. Stop looking at other people and understand what you want. You know what I mean? And I shouldn't have to tell you that. You should honestly know that for yourself. But sometimes you get so caught up in a world, because think about it like this, bro. These social media apps, these TV programs, Netflix, they have the smartest people in the world at distracting you. They're the smartest people in the world at distracting you, gang. Like, just truthfully let that sink in. It's a Netflix documentary. It's called, I forget what it's called. Y'all know what it's called, but it basically talk about how social media apps hack your brain so you can want more, so it can hit your dopamine, so it can spike your dopamine, boost these type of the neurochemicals in your mind so you can want more, crave more, seek more. That's some real life stuff, bro. So sometimes, a lot of times, oftentimes, you need to get away from this and understand yourself and kind of get back into the root, get back into what you're doing it for, get back to what you want, and get back to yourself. You're not living yourself. You're not living your authentic purpose. You're not living within your authentic purpose right now. The reason why is because all these other people's viewpoints is clouded upon you. All these other people's opinions is clouded in you. All these other people's lifestyles is forced upon you, bro. What do you want? You got to figure that out, which leads me to point number 2, is revisiting your core values. Every human should have a set of core values. Every human should have a set of principles. Every human should have some type of mission statement that they live their life with. They live their life throughout. They live their life going based off of. Because if you don't stand for nothing, I know it's cliche. If you don't stand for nothing, you're going to fall for anything. For example, if you got a mission statement of, I'm not going to do no type of zesty behavior, for lack of better things to think about. I'm not gonna do no type of zesty behavior. I don't care who hit you up. I don't care who come to you. It could be a brand. I ain't gonna say no names because we don't know who watching. But it could be a brand that come to you and be like, hey, we trying to give you $1 million, but you got to kiss a man. If you ain't got no core values, you like, well, I got $1 million. Me, I'm not taking that $1 million. I don't care how much money you come with me with. I'm not taking it because my core values is set up in such a way where I'm not going that. I'm not doing that. I'm not going for none of that. A lot of people can't say that same thing, and that's truthfully because they don't have a certain amount of core values. So understand what you want in your life. Core values could be anything such as, I want a fit body. You know what I mean? I'm not walking out the house looking like anything. I'm not going to let nobody do X, Y, and Z to me. I'm not going to stand for X, Y, and Z. Those are core values. So once you get quiet, once you get silent, go somewhere and understand your core values. Figure out what your baselines is. Baseline meaning, I'm not going for nothing below this. This is my baseline. Ain't nothing below this going on around me. I'm not standing for people who disrespect me. I'm not going for X, Y, and Z. You see what I'm saying? So you got to understand your core values, and that's how you realign with your identity. After you get all that out the way, you want to audit what you got going on right now. I'm a big fan. I'm a big believer of auditing what you doing, auditing your lifestyle, auditing your life choices, auditing ultimately your habits. Understand what habits you got going on. This is, okay, cool, Mike, good. Audit what habits you got when you wake up to when you go to sleep. What do you do? A man is made up of his habits. A man is what he does every day, all day. Therefore, you are a product of your habits. What are you doing on a day-to-day basis? I literally did this today. I made a text message. I ain't gonna tell you who I text, but I texted somebody. I said, these are Avery's. Let me read it, bro. Ah, fuck it. I ain't touching my phone. See what I'm saying? You see that? You can touch your phone, grab your phone, and get distracted like that. I'm not going. I basically sent a text message that said, these are Avery's favorite hobbies. And along those hobbies, I listed things that make me a better person opposed to make me a worse person, right? So you are some of your habits. Therefore, if your habits are better, you will become a better person. Versus if your habits are worse, you will become a worse person. What are some examples of good habits versus bad habits? In my opinion, it's just me. Don't take my opinion as law. I'm just talking my truth, gang. A good habit is working out. A good habit is reading. A good habit is doing some type of combat sport, boxing, taekwondo, jiu-jitsu. That's a great habit. Why? Because it works on you, because it betters your mental, because it gets you to a better place in life. It works on your body. It works on your endurance. You're going to look better. You're going to feel better. You're going to be more confident because you can do certain things that other people can't. What are some bad habits? Smoking weed. I don't give a fuck what you say. Smoking weed is bad, nigga. Hey, fuck it. I don't care. Hey, I said it. Smoking weed, drinking alcohol, pointless relationships with females that you really don't care about. And I'm saying these three things because I did all three before, and I see where I was with that, and I see where I was without it. One was leading me to a place where I didn't want to go, and another one was leading me to a place where I feel so much better. I feel so much clearer. I think so much clearer. I am so much more confident. I am so much more in tune with myself, and obviously that's the path of good habits. So audit your current habits and realize what you got going on in your life. If you don't feel like you are going in the right direction, if something just telling you in your life like, bro, this ain't it, it's more to life, audit what you got going on. And then once you audit what you got going on, you want to remove the conflicting influences, bro. If something does not feel right in your life, I guarantee you, if you remove it, you're going to feel better. A lot of people think they got to add shit to their life to feel better, bro. Most of the times you just got to subtract it. Most of the times you gotta subtract it. Like people ask me like, bro, how I stop doing this, how I get more of this, how I do this. Like, what you doing? Stop doing that, and everything else gonna work on its own, bro. Like, if you stop going out to party, if you stop going to clubs, if you stop drinking, if you stop smoking weed, if you stop playing video games, what else are you gonna do with your life? Just take out the bad habits and the good ones gonna follow. I'm gonna go back to this quote that I said in this book. You cannot play with the animal in you without becoming wholly animal. Play with the falsehood without forfeiting your right to truth. Play with cruelty without losing your sensitivity of mind. He who wants to keep his garden tidy does not reserve a plot for weeds. Stop doing stuff that you don't supposed to do. Stop doing stuff that you know is not going to serve you in the future. Stop doing stuff right now that does not ultimately line up with that person that you want to be. Because the more you do this stupid shit, the more you gonna be a stupid person, bro. The more you do bad stuff, the more you gonna be a bad person. The more you reserve, as you can see, the more you reserve a plot for weeds, the more you reserve a plot for this worst version of yourself, bro. The worst version is just gonna slip in. You know what I mean? We be thinking that we can do bad stuff and still be a good person, bro. Nah, it don't work like that. If you do bad stuff in your life, bad follows, bro. You literally, what is the analogy for this, bro? You reap what you sow. You feel me? An apple is not gonna come from a banana tree, gang. An apple not gonna come from a banana tree. A banana not gonna come from no apple tree. You trying to live like an apple and produce. You an apple tree trying to produce a banana. It ain't gonna work. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna work. You living bad as hell but want good results. How does that make sense? It's not logical, bro. We got quiet and we started reflecting. We visited our core values. We understood what we want to do. We audited our current habits. We removed the bad ones that ain't serving us. Now what we want to do is rebuild that routine. We know what we want to do. We know who we want to become. We know what's conflicting. We know the habits that are plotting bad seeds in our garden. Now we got rid of that. Now we got to rebuild it with the stuff that we want. Like I told y'all, it's subtraction, bro. Subtract all the bad stuff out your life. Subtract anything that ain't serving you in your life. If you watching TV at 12 a.m., and you waking up late every day, bro, take the fucking TV out, gang. Take it out your house if you got to, bro. If y'all remember my last crib, I ain't had no TV in my room. Bro, for a whole year straight, I had no TV in my room. You know what I mean? I got one in my room now, but do I watch it? No, because I'm so used to not having a TV. I guarantee you, bro, I watch TV, but I'm only watching TV if I'm with somebody. You know what I mean? We're going to put it like that. I'm only watching TV. I'm not watching TV by myself, bro. You know what I'm saying? I got a big-ass TV on my wall. Look. I got a big-ass TV on my wall. I'm not watching that TV. It's just not something that I do. It's not in my calendar. I'm not watching that TV. And I'm not saying that watching TV is bad. It just, when I'm watching TV, I don't feel good. And that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. If y'all don't take nothing from this video, what I'm telling y'all is, if you do something and it does not sit right with you, bro, it is a reason for that. Your identity is misaligned and it's time to realign it, bro. If you're doing something and it does not feel like it is you, it is not you, bro. Realign with your identity, and this is how you do it. So once you're rebuilding your routine, once you're rebuilding your habits, you want to use something like Google Calendar. I'll be telling y'all this. Track down what you're doing. After you audited your day, of course, you want to track down your new day. Write down the perfect day. The perfect, whatever day this is for you, let's say Monday. Your perfect Monday, how does it go? You wake up at what time? You get dressed at what time? You eat at what time? You work at what time? You study at what time? You work out, read at what time? Write this down and try to become that person every single day. It's going to be hard. It's not going to be easy. But the more you do it, the easier it becomes. I was reading a passage today that literally says some cool shit just like that. And I'm about to show y'all. Hold on. Just give me 1 second. Let me get my book real quick. That's why I like this channel, bro. Because, like, it be stuff that I literally do every day. And I be so passionate about talking about this, bro. Let me read it real quick. I have it start with you. I be highlighting stuff, so let me find the right highlight. He could not change the... Okay, here we go. That which we persist in doing becomes easier. That which we persist in doing becomes easier. Here go the passage right here, chat. That which we persist in doing becomes easier. Not that the nature of the task has changed, but our ability to do it has increased. Whatever you want to do, bro, just start it and do it consistently. Persist in doing it, because eventually that task is going to become second nature. It might be hard right now, but you know if you just do it right now, it's going to be easier tomorrow. If you do it tomorrow, it's going to be easier on day 3. If you do it on day 3, day 5 is going to be a breeze. If you do it on day 5, day 10 going to be sweet. It's going to be cake. Just do it every single day, bro. It's tasks that we know we should do. It's tasks that once we finish, we feel so good. It's tasks in our life that when we do it, we feel like that highest version of ourselves. But it's a bit hard. Working out, reading, it's hard because we just don't do it enough, bro. We ain't persisted at doing it yet. Next step is to protect your environment. Like I just told y'all, bro, if you got a problem with watching TV, take that motherfucking TV down, bro. If you got a problem eating junk food, take the junk food out your house, bro. If you got a problem smoking weed because your friends smoke weed, sayonara. I'm sorry, I can't hang out with y'all tonight, bro. Whatever your bad habits is, whatever your toxic traits is, whatever gets you there, whatever triggers you to do that thing that makes you ultimately feel like a worse person, bro, get rid of it. You know what I mean? Protect your environment. Your environment is key. If you want to drink more water, get you a water jug and put it next to you. You feel me? I came to the realization yesterday that, damn, bro, I used to drink a gallon of water every day. Now I don't drink a gallon of water every day no more. What happened? Oh, damn, I stopped using my jug. Let me put my water back in my jug. I went and got a fresh new jug, filled it up with water. Yesterday I drank so much, I don't even know how much water I drank yesterday just because I put it in my environment, bro. Just change your environment with stuff, bro. With my creatine, I got back on that like 2 weeks ago. I stopped eating creatine or taking creatine because when I moved, all of my systems and habits kind of got everywhere. I had my creatine in the back of my counter and I couldn't see it. So what was my combat to that? I got my creatine just out sitting. So every day when I come back from the gym, I see my creatine. I have to take it because I see it. We get in a little dark. It should come back up. I see it. I have to take it. I see it. It's in my environment. Change your environment. Protect your environment. Actually move your environment around based on what type of goals you want to accomplish. It's a cheat code. I'm telling you, it's a cheat code. Next up, you're going to want to track your progress. Track it. Tracking is such a cheat code. Tracking is such a benefit. Tracking is one of those things that once you do it, once you actually make that a habit, that's probably the best habit you can have. The habit of tracking is one of the most top tier S-class habits that anybody in this world can have, because we think we being successful. I mean, we think we being productive. You think you being disciplined, but you really don't know until you track it. I guarantee you, if you think you're a disciplined person, put 10 habits that you do every day on your habit tracker and see what percent you get. You probably end up with a 60 and you're going to say, damn, I thought I was doing everything I could. Now I know where I can improve on. And once them 10 that you're doing get too easy, guess what you do? You add something that's harder. Once that get too easy, you add something that's harder. What did it say, bro? Whatever you persist to do, it gets easier for you, bro. You want to always be a little bit above what's easy, a little bit above what's easy, so you could be uncomfortable at all times. You never want to be so comfortable that everything you're doing is just extremely easy. I always put it up a notch, put it up a notch. Want me to tell you why? Because you can never grow in a state of comfort. You want to always get uncomfortable, bro. A habit tracker, link in the description. AB Academy right now is doing a habit tracker challenge. Y'all know that though. I ain't got to say too much. If you enjoyed this video and you want videos like this, make sure you press the subscribe button. Every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we drop these type of videos. If you want to join my live webinar this Saturday, click the link in the description. We having a live webinar. It is free live webinar for everybody who's watching this video all the way up to this point. I'm giving you a gift of a free live webinar on Saturday. Click the link in the description, sign up for that, as well as if you want to work with Avery B one-on-one, where I hop on personalized calls with just you, gang. I got my one-on-one coaching link down below. You feel me? That's something I never really even promoted, advertised before, is a one-on-one coaching link, bro. Can't take care of everybody, so if you qualify, I'm gonna be working with you personally. Click link in the description if you care for those type of things. If not, I'll see you Wednesday.